Without communication, that is communication. Your twin flame is saying a lot of things to you if they are not having a fluent or any kind of communication with you.
Hey there, guys. Welcome to the channel. I'm Michael.
And this is Iris.
And we are Twin Flames in Union. And today we wish to share to you a topic about communication. Communication with your twin flame, which is also communication with yourself. Because at the core, you and your twin flame are one. So have you ever experienced zero communication or had difficulties communicating with your twin flame? We invite you to stay to the end so you can see how all this relates. We're going to cover multiple points, and we wanted to share how this all ties together.
Nice. Yeah, sometimes, not sometimes, I can say always, each couple of twin flame had terrible communication in some area of their lives. So this is a topic that is super, super interesting, super helpful. We hope all this information has a great value for you and help in some way in your union.
First point, what is zero communication in twin flames? So at certain times, you may just have difficult emotions. You may be blocked. You may be ignored. You might be ghosted, or there's just no communication happening. The window for communication has been blocked and closed. And it might feel like your twin left the situation. They've left the relationship. They've left communicating with you, and that means they don't want any part of you. That's how it might feel. It's important to understand that they're working through something that is being mirrored. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't, but ultimately you get to choose. If you do that, you get to choose if you're going to heal that, you're going to upset that. What is not being in communication with them showing you, right? What is that bringing up for yourself? And that's the invitation to go deeper and reflect and see what comes up and invite that healing in and love yourself in that area. So yeah, so that's the first point.
Okay, I would like to share with you, what's the difference between zero communication with your twin flame and poor communication? The thing is, sometimes you can be in both because probably your twin flame disappeared for, I don't know, months and you don't know anything about your twin. And as Michael said, is this period where basically you don't have any communication with them, right? Everybody knows that at the end is yourself. So what if your twin flame appears and then is like, hi, and is this communication that doesn't feel complete? You want to go deep, but always something happened that you are so triggered that at the end it looks like it's a fucking chaos. You are trying to communicate with your twin flame and they just disappear, or sometimes they come again, and that's poor communication and lack of communication. But in some way you know that they are always there, right? You don't feel power in your union, that everything is so unstable that you don't know if you are going to lost the communication forever, or if you are going to have these constant comes and goes in your relationship. So the thing is, what is this showing you? Because for both of you, it's something happening. Each time that you relate or you have even a high, sometimes you are like probably like an iceberg. It's like, my twin flame sent something. And when I'm going to respond, am I going to fucked up the thing? Oof, is a lot of energy there, right? So just check. and try to understand that your communication is exactly the same communication that you have with yourself. So what are those areas that are in zero communication or in poor communication?
Next point we want to discuss is, what are the spiritual and emotional reasons behind the silence or the zero communication? The core reasons might be fear of an intense bond. As you know, if you've ever experienced the twin flame relationship, it's very intense. When you have that experience, it can bring up a lot of feelings of like fear and difficulty, definitely control, perhaps. Like you've just stumbled on Pandora's box and you probably don't understand what's happening in some ways. And yeah, it's just terrifying. You want to run to the hills, but don't. Heal that, heal whatever that is showing you. Another point would be the need to heal personal wounds. That's going to be something that your twin's going to mirror to you, is what's coming up. What are they showing you? What are you feeling? Right? Like that's not always easy. That's usually most of the time that's unearthing traumatic experiences or just feelings you don't want to feel, right? And again, the opposite. You got to bring them up. You got to feel them. You got to heal them. And then once you do, that's what lets you get closer to having your twin with you, having union, right? Is not have necessarily perfect communication, but starting off, not running away, not feeling like you gotta give up before it's even begun, because you're throwing away a gift. You're neglecting a gift if you do that. Another one would be divine testing to strengthen detachment and unconditional love. So what does that mean? Divine testing. Well, a lot of times what happens, or can potentially happen, is you've wanted this person, you've wanted this partner, this divine relationship, and you've wished for it, and you've done enough inner work that for whatever reason you've manifested it. Wonderful. Then you get it, and then it's just like you create situations and environments where maybe you don't feel worthy you've gotten it. Maybe it's just too combative, the dynamic in it, because you haven't healed what's coming up, like all these reasons, right? So you push it away. Don't do that. You got to heal it. Again, invitation to go deeper. And also, that's an unconditional love aspect that you want to look at too, is like you need to be giving yourself this unconditional love, that whatever's coming up and all these difficult feelings, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. That you're going to mess something up beyond repair. It's your twin flame. They're going to inevitably forgive you. You're going to have to forgive yourself first though. And that's what's going to bring you guys closer, is when you just open up to the truth and to the love of the situation. And running away in separation is the exact opposite of what you want to be doing. So always run towards love, and always run towards your twin flame in a healthy way.
Yeah. So how can you handle this zero communication? So you gave a lot of advices about it. It's important just to know that your natural state of being is in a perfect communication with your twin flame. So it's something that you already have. It's something that is there, but you are so disconnected from your core and the unconditional love that it is difficult to have access to this river of communication. And sometimes it looks like it's impossible, more if you are in zero communication, or if you try to have some kind of talk or some kind of second with your twin flame, that the reality in front of your eyes looks completely different. But you need to see that with a lot of compassion, in the way that you need to see yourself and your twin flame as two childs that they are super scared to go deep and being vulnerable. So if you see those parts, you can see these two beautiful kids, two beautiful children that they don't know how to relate. But at the end, again, is your natural state of being. They just want an invitation to play, you know? It's like just kindness and open heart. But how can I do that if my twin flame is he do this to me always. He doesn't want to talk with me. How is a wall, you know, is like a big wall of eyes. So don't focus in the external. Go with your feelings. Focus on your inner growth, your healthy energy. Do the inner work. How does this feels? It feels terrible. How can I navigate in my feelings? Because I feel so rejected. I feel so abandoned. Each person has a different thing to discuss with themselves. So sit with your feelings, do the mirror exercise, check what are all those areas that doesn't feel good of the situation, and explore deeply what is your twin flame saying there. Because without communication, that is communication. Your twin flame is saying a lot of things to you. If they are not having a fluent or any kind of communication with you, it's like, hey, focus on yourself, check these areas, and we talk later. And we have a better relationship once that you discover this, right? Think that this is a big piece to have a better relationship and a peaceful and harmony relationship with your twin flame. So this is a beautiful opportunity. Check the information that we had below, because you are not alone. You are not the only person who is having this. We have a lot of experience with this, right? In the community, we have a lot of information about it.
And the last thing we want to share is signs that the communication will improve. If your intention is to have your twin flame, and if you've chosen to have that connection, to choose union, then that's all the sign you need. You can look at repeating numbers or songs or synchronicities or messages. All this is lovely and it's beautiful, but at the end of it, if you've chosen it in your heart, everything external is just sort of there as they're just like small little greetings and signs to say, hey, don't give up. Don't give up. It's gonna be okay. They're just like little cheerleaders for you. But yeah. Once you can get to that external, that feeling of peace and acceptance, know that then you're gonna be great. And everything's gonna work out in your favor. Yeah.
I guess it's important to say that when you do the inner work, when you do the mirror exercise, after that, you are going to feel better. So that's the most beautiful sign that you are doing great, because you back to your peace. And that was the most attractive thing that I have when I started with the mirror exercise a few years ago, is that I felt so bad. And when I did the mirror exercise and after that I got peace, I was like, oh my God, that this is the only thing that I need, you know, to not feel so bad with this situation. I just need peace, and I can continue with my life and do everything to have my union. But yeah, I guess everybody needs that peace to don't feel that you are gonna be crazy in some point, or you know. Yeah. So thank you for being with us today. Tell us your experience. You can write in the comments, how do you feel about your communication with your twin flame? What are you handle right now? What are you experiencing? And please share this with other person if you think that they need it. Subscribe and check all the links below.
Yes,
So
take the test below. Bye, guys.
Oh yeah. Bye bye.